Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie of the MLM Solution. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, the 28th of July. Hard to believe. Wednesday, the 28th of July, last week of July. Hope everybody's doing well. As you know, we go live each and every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today's show is number 224, and it's going to be about maximizing the 5 simple steps. That is the business building system that we have in place. As you know, that business building system is based on literally the fundamental principles of the business building process. We're going to be going in great detail how you can maximize the effectiveness of those 5 simple steps. As always, we ask that you help spread the word about what we bring to the table. We're here to help you guys. We ask that you help us in return, and you can do that by simply sharing our hashtag, which is hashtag the MLM Solution. That's hashtag the MLM Solution. And as always, if you go to our website, please hit the share button. Just takes a second. Our website is themlmsolution.net. That's themlmsolution.net. All right. With that being said, I'm going to hop off of here, and we're going to get the show started here very shortly. See you in a bit.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie and Marie Cannon.
Hello there, Miss Marie. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Yes, hump day.
Yes, it is. The famous hump day. All right. Well, today is a good day to be alive. Beautiful outside. Can't beat it. Weather's been great. How about it you're in?
Little warmer than I like it, but I'm more of a cool weather person, so actually really can't complain. The only thing we've got, of course, is out here in the Mountain West and Western United States, we're in a bit of a drought pattern. So
I heard that, yeah.
Some rain would be nice.
Yes, I heard you guys are in desperate need of that. That's one thing about the West I don't miss. I've been literally, I guess, a mile from, a couple times. One, I was going through Bakersfield and got caught on the highway, which is not unusual with the fires literally coming up the mountainside. And it's Highway 5, if I'm not mistaken, Interstate 5, whatever they call it. And back then, all you had was the radio. You had until you got up and you saw the smoke. And you weren't really sure what the smoke was about until you drove through it. And you could feel the heat through your car. It was unbelievable. So we were fortunate, of course, the cops were there. California Highway Patrol, CHP, I think they call them, were there, obviously. And it was melting the tires on cars. It was so hot, because the heat was coming up this side of the mountain, right up next to the road. And we were blessed. We got through that. And to this day, I couldn't tell you how it turned out. Obviously, if you get caught on that, that is ugly. And you wouldn't think it would hop across that road, but it does, believe it or not.
Oh, sure.
And the other one was I was on March Air Force Base, and the mountains surrounding March Air Force Base were on fire. And we would sit out on our balcony at night and watch them. It was sad to see. So they can have it. And the unfortunate thing is the Santa Anita winds come through there every January, February, or March. I can't remember. They whip through those mountains. And believe it or not, arsonists would set things on fire to watch them burn. And that would destroy people's homes and lives. Believe it or not, they caught 1 or 2 firemen that were arsonists that set those things on fire, believe it or not, when I was there. How crazy people are, I tell you. Just to watch something burn. Oh, well. All right. So with that being said, the weather here has been great. A little warm, but other than that, it's actually been very nice. The wife and I enjoy our mornings because there's low humidity and it's cool and a breeze, and we love that. All right, enough of that stuff, right? Before we get started, we're going to be talking about this today, the 5 simple steps. But today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we talk about what? The 5 simple steps business building system. As you can see, they're outlined right there. We're going to talk about them in greater detail very shortly. But this is our business building system. We literally train you, teach you, show you step by step exactly what to do, how to do it, so that you have a realistic chance, a very good realistic chance of starting and maintaining good duplication. And it's imperative that you get a good duplication started from day one, step one. Otherwise, your business is going to be doomed from the start. You're not going to have duplication. You'll have duplication, but it'll be bad duplication. You can simply go to, as you can see, and I've got to move that, there it is, 5simplesteps.net, to learn more about this amazing business building system, something that you can master within 2 hours. It's that simple. And who doesn't love simplicity? And I think there's power and beauty in simplicity, and that is the cornerstone of the 5 simple steps to networking success in 90 days or less, right, Ms. Marie?
Yeah, and for those on the podcast, that website is the number 5 simplesteps.net.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So she does a great job clarifying all the time. And here we are talking about always, each and every day, the upcoming live event, which evidently is going to be next year. We'll keep you abreast. How do we keep you abreast of the updates and the progress of the live events and where they're going to be and when? Well, guess what? All you have to do is go to the URL you see there, or you can click on the links. You'll have a link to the 5 simple steps as well as the registration page for the live events that we're going to be doing. And all you have to do is go there and fill out the form. There is no shenanigans when you fill out that form. We're not going to try and sell you anything. We'll keep you abreast. That's all it is. It's a notification list. That's all it is. Okay. And the thing is, the only way that you can get notified and kept up to date is through this. We will not be updating the website. It'll just be through the email system. Go to, for all you on the podcast, MLMmastersacademy.com. That's MLMmastersacademy.com. And once again, just fill out the form and you'll get on the notification list. And as you can see, the first 100 attendees will receive VIP pricing, bonuses, and treatment above and beyond what you guys have experienced in the past. We're going to make it very special for those 100 people. There's no payment due at this time. That's not what this is about. Okay, so I wanted to make that clear. Anything else to add, Miss Marie?
Nope, I think we got it.
Okay, good deal. All right, today's episode, podcast number 224. We're almost there at that magical 300, 224. All right, that being said, I'm getting excited. I have to curb my excitement about that 300th episode. And maximizing the 5 simple steps, what does that mean? Well, let me put the 5 simple steps back up there. We'll just use this, okay? And let me take that off so that people can see. All right. You can see the 5 simple steps outlined right there. They're nothing more than to develop a constant source of high-quality leads, probably the biggest challenge you face in any networking opportunity. Deliver the right message to the right prospect at the right time. Conduct a proper and thorough 90-day mini blast. Identify and work with your leaders, and then it's basically in step 5, rinse and repeat, which is CCBBA. For those of you who do not know what that acronym stands for, it's consistent, correct business building activity. Okay, those are the 5 simple steps. For those of you that may be new to network marketing, or maybe have been a part of it in the past, you say, "Oh, they look like 5 simple steps, and that's some pretty daunting stuff." Well, no, not really. If you follow the 5 simple steps and you use our business building system, I can tell you right now, you're going to be amazed at just how efficient, effective, and easy these things are, right, Miss Marie? Because in the near future, God willing, we are going to have hold on a second here, a lead generation system. There it is right there. You can go there and register to become a beta tester if you'd like. All you got to do is go to ineedleadsnow.net/beta beta, which is BETA. Once again, for all of you on the podcast, ineedleadsnow.net/beta. Once again, fill out the form. No shenanigans. You're just going to get a link to the free I Need Leads Now ebook, all about leads. But I show you that image not to promote it, but to let you know that that is the first step in the 5 simple steps, right, Ms. Marie? And that is what you need to have, is a lead generation system that will develop high quality leads. If you're going to maximize the 5 simple steps process, you have to have a lead generation system that will do what? Develop that constant source of high quality leads. Now, what is high quality leads? We tell you all the time. It's the scale of ambition helps you to zero in on the type of people that you need in your business in order for it to have a chance to do something special. Now, here's an image of the scale of ambition, okay? And all you have to do is utilize that information that's contained in that product on step number 1, right, Miss Marie? And step number 2, as you're delivering the proper message to the right prospect at the right time. Would you not agree so far?
I agree, yes.
Okay. So the scale of ambition works with step 1 and step 2, because number 1, when you're developing leads and you contact them, you're doing an evaluation process. You're really doing an interview by asking certain questions. And we talked about that in previous episodes. We're not going to go in detail. But something to say is that it's an interview that says, hey, is this the type of person that I want in my business? Okay. And the type of person you want is somebody that's motivated, that's focused, that's not afraid of success, is willing to go through brick walls to get what they want. They're thick skinned versus thin skinned. They're used to leading people. A lot of traits, obviously, in that sentence, but the bottom line is we have a checklist that you fill out after talking to your prospect. You have the lead generation system developing the leads, and then the interview process identifies what type of person that you're talking to, okay? And you just ask simple questions like, what do you do for a living? How long you've been there? Do you lead people? If so, how many? Simple little questions. And guess what? People love to talk about themselves. So the interview questions are designed to tap into the normal human emotion of wanting to talk about themselves. Most people do. And people love having a conversation instead of being talked to. And that's what you're doing. You're using these questions to develop a bond, to have a conversation while you're learning what makes this person tick. What kind of person am I talking to? Is this someone that I want in my business? Because you don't want, that old thing about signing up anybody and everybody. Well, you can sign up a pain in the butt, and they'll take up 80% of your time, okay? What you're trying to do here is to focus in. You want as many high-quality people as possible in your business, because when you do, the numbers dramatically tilt in your favor, where the business model starts to work for you instead of against you. Would you not agree, Ms. Marie?
Absolutely.
Okay, so with that being said, the importance of the scale of ambition cannot be overstated. It goes hand in hand with the 5 simple steps, step 1 and step 2. Okay, now delivering the message is nothing more than delivering the music to the ears message, which we've talked about many, many times. I don't know if I have it here in our inventory. I should. If I don't, put it up there. I do not see it, which is really surprising. Miss Marie, why don't we have that up there?
I don't know, but we have done a couple episodes on the Music to the Ears message. If you haven't heard those, seen those, feel free to go to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, do a search on Music to the Ears message, and you'll be able to see that in much more detail than we're going to go into here today. Right.
And the Music to the Ears message is a message I developed years ago because I was getting frustrated by the lack of people wanting to join my business. But at the time, little did I know that I did not utilize the proper words, the keywords that would have them perked up and on the edge of their seat. Okay, because look, every person wants to better their situation. Every person's looking for a way to make their life a little bit easier, a little bit better, not only for themselves, but for their family as well. And the thing is, if you have the correct message, well, guess what is going to happen? you're going to have a situation where they're going to be, their ears are just going to go, what did he say? Is that what I think I heard? You know what? That's exactly what I've been looking for. This may be something that I'm interested in. I need to listen to what this person's saying because I think I may run into what I'm looking for. That is what the keywords do. Okay, you're not trying to play games with them. You're just trying to relay an honest, sincere, and truthful message to them to where they say, ooh, I think I need to pay more attention here. This sounds very interesting and maybe something that I want to do or check out. That's all you're asking is for them to have an open mind where you can have an intelligent conversation long enough to where you can get your message out to them about what is going on. Because what you're literally doing is bringing an opportunity to them to make a crazy amount of money if they work with you, because you have what? The system. And it's all about the system. As long as you follow the system and do the system correctly, you're putting yourself in a situation, and your downline for that matter, in a situation where you guys can literally tap into the growth of that new company and do something special for everybody involved. That is exactly what you're looking for. So the only way that that's going to happen is if you deliver the right message to the right prospect at the right time, right, Miss Marie?
Right.
So we've gotten to step 1 and 2. Step 1 being, hey, you've got to have not only one lead generation source, we encourage you to have 2 or 3 because you need a constant flow. You want to be in a situation where you're trying to keep up with the amount of leads you're getting. If you're getting 30 a day from these lead generation sources, then you're going to scramble all day to do what? To keep up with those 30 people, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Contact them and get them in the funnel. Okay. That's what you want. You want to stretch yourself. You don't want to have 2 a day. That's not stretching anybody. That's not going to create any momentum, any excitement whatsoever. You have to have multiple. Now our lead generation system should do it on its own, bring you enough to keep up with. I would think for most people, Miss Marie, I would think anywhere from 8 to 15 a day is more than enough, because if they have a job, that's going to take quite a bit of time to get a hold of those people. Because sometimes you can get a hold of them, sometimes you can't, right? And you're
Right.
going back to them.
Yep.
So 15 is quite a bit. Would you not agree?
I would agree, unless you've got a good chunk of time to dedicate to pursuing your business on a daily basis. 15 people a day, that's going to be hefty.
That's right. Okay. And most people are going to be in the 7, 8 range. All right. Now, Miss Marie and I could do probably 30 because we have the message down pat. We know exactly what to say. We know just how long. We're strict. We use a little egg timer, a little mechanical egg timer. We're only going to be on there for a certain amount of time. When that thing goes off, we're off, because we tell them we only got 15 minutes because I got other calls I've got to make that I have scheduled. And I have to be off here in 15 minutes. So it allows you to get to the point and keeps you from socializing. Right, Miss Marie?
Right.
So you're maximizing your time. That's how you get 30 people in a day. And it doesn't always work out. We could have 30 on our list. Miss Marie, there's been plenty of days I only got a hold of 22 or 19, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But my goal was always 30 people if I had the leads. Sometimes I didn't have them, right? It's just the way life works. All right. So with that being said, we talked about step 1. We've now talked about step 2, delivering the right message to the right prospect, the right time. To clarify each one of those statements or points, delivering the right message. The right message is the music to the ears message or something similar, chock full of keywords that will grab their attention, maintain their attention, have them on the edge of their seat, listening to every word that you're saying and wanting you to do a follow-up so that you can have a further conversation. Right, Miss Marie?
Yes.
That's what you want. How do you know it's the right prospect? If they're sitting in front of you, they're the right prospect. Don't make it difficult. It's that simple. How do you know it's the right time? Again, if the prospect is sitting in front of you or on the phone with you on a Zoom call, guys, it is the right time. Don't mess around. Don't make excuses on not delivering that message. Would you not agree, Miss Marie?
I absolutely agree. Yep.
So delivering the right message, which is the music to the ears message or something similar, to the right prospect, meaning if they're in front of you, whether it's viral or in person, doesn't matter. They're in front of you or on the phone with you. Guess what? They're the right person. And if it's the right time, if they're on the phone or whatever, guess what? It is the right time. Don't filly far around. Do not lose that moment. All right, step number 3, 90-day mini blast, okay? Conducting a proper 90-day mini blast is essential to your success. And it all starts before you take that first step in the business building process. And Miss Marie, people say, well, what is the first step of the business building process? The moment you start a lead generation system, the process is started. Okay. It is not driving to meet somebody at Starbucks. Okay. That is not part of the process. The moment you sign up, the process starts because the training starts. But let's be realistic. The business building process starts the moment you set up a lead generation site. It has started. It is time to go. It's time to step up to the plate. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
So with that being said, 90-day mini blast, that is where the rubber meets the road. Okay. In other words, that's when you're really starting to crank this thing. The leads are coming in. You're doing the music to the ears message. In other words, you're doing step 1 and step 2. When you deliver the message and they're interested and they want to know more, and you send them to the website to learn more, you set up a follow-up the very next day within 24 hours. You don't let it drag out. Okay. And sometimes if they're doctors, if they're firemen, if they're policemen or something else, EMS people that have crazy schedules, you have to work with them, nurses, etc. So yeah, your ideal is 24 hours, but you really don't want it to be any longer than 48. But life dictates otherwise sometimes. The point is, do the best you can to get it within 24, no later than 48 on a follow-up. Would you not agree, Miss Marie?
Well, absolutely. And they always say, you'll hear them say, the fortune's in the follow-up, right? You don't want to let that drop once you've had that initial contact. You want to make sure you're following up, answering any questions, and then getting them engaged in the business.
That's right. And there it is right there. So the follow-up is the most important part. And step 1, 2, and 3 is really simple. The follow-up is the hard part. And it's not because you're following. Because look, if you do this right, they're going to look forward to hearing from you on the follow-up. Okay, because they're excited about what they're seeing and what they're understanding. On the follow-up, they want clarification. And on the follow-up, the closing technique, which has always worked great for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your interest level after you answer their questions? Okay, and we tell you when you do a follow-up, we tell you how to do a proper follow-up. Hey, I got time to do 5 questions, so please give me your 5, and you tell them that before you even do the follow-up. If you meet them and they said, well, look, I want to do a follow-up. I want to do a follow-up tomorrow. Okay, what time? 11 a.m. is when I have my lunch. So let's do it at 11:15. Okay, when we get on there, I only have 15 minutes because I have other people. I understand that. So give me your top 5 questions. Okay, that tells them right away that you are serious about the 15-minute time limit. It also forces them to pare it down. You can't get on there and then say 15 minutes and say, oh, well, I got an extra 5 minutes and make it 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because then they're going to believe that you're not serious. And if they join your business, they're going to do the same thing, which slows down the speed and urgency of the 90-day mini blast. Would you not agree, Ms. Marie?
Yes. You always want to stay true to your word, and you always want to stick to your timing.
That's right, because you're setting the example for them. All right. So with that being said, in the follow-up, they have their top 5 questions. You answer those top 5 questions, and then you say, on a scale of 10, where does your interest level lie? And if they say it's an 8 or 9 or 7, if it's 7 and above, you say, your response is, oh, okay. And does that mean you're ready for me? Are you ready to get your ID number? I was struggling there. Blah, blah, blah. Are you ready to get your ID number? Yes. How do we do that? By joining the company. Okay, which means you're going to get a starter kit, and the ID number is in the starter kit, and you're also going to order $100 worth of product. Okay, right now. So then when you sign them up, that's what they're doing, and you can do it online, right, Miss Marie, or you can do it on the phone 3-way into the company. And guys, that's a process. And then the most critical part of that whole process is closing it properly and professionally on a scale of 1 to 10. Where does your interest level lie? If they say it's 7 and below, you got some work to do. You say, well, why is that? Usually it's only 1 or 2 issues, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can answer those correctly within that 15-minute time limit, that's great. And if it goes to 16 minutes, I mean, my gosh, they're not going to hold you to an extra minute because you're trying to answer those 2 or 1 or 2 questions, but you don't drag it out to 25 minutes. Okay. The bottom line is that you do your best and say, well, look, you can get those answers on the website. I'm going to send you the links as I get off of here. I've got another call I've got to make, but I'll send you those links immediately. And then let's do another follow-up. Can we do it today? Don't put it off to tomorrow because they've already committed. They're already a 7 or 8, right, Miss Marie, or a 6.
Right.
And you can raise a 6 to a 7 by answering those other 2 questions. Okay. I'm not saying that you should put off if they only have 1 question and you go to 7 or 18 minutes, do it. Answer that 1 question. And once again, once you answer that 1 question, say, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you now? If they're the same, say, okay, well, I got to go. Here's my contact information. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a call if you want to talk, but I don't have any free time until blah, 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 whatever. You don't let them control the situation. You want to control the situation, but you want to be honest and truthful when you say, I've got another call to make. Okay. Right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
When you only have 15 minutes, guys, it's not like you have 15 minutes and then you're supposed to be calling another person. You do a 15-minute call, you give yourself 10 minutes to get back together to make the next call, right, Miss Marie?
Well, yes, you always have to leave a little bit of margin because things may run over, and you need that time to transition as well. You're finishing one conversation, you may have to send an email follow-up with those links, and then you want to be prepared for your next conversation.
That's right, because you fill out a form after every meeting with a person on the scale of ambition, right, Miss Marie? It's that scale of ambition form.
Yep.
You know, what type of person they are, what kind of interests they had, et cetera, et cetera. And as she said, not only do you want to leave yourself a little time to send the links, but you also want time to review the form that you filled out on the next person you're calling, right? So you know who you're talking to. Correct?
That is correct.
And where their interests lie. So that's where you have the situation where step 1, 2, and 3 are all working together. And then that 90-day mini blast, you say, well, how are you doing a 90-day mini blast? What is that? What are the steps you take? Guess what? When you took your first step towards accomplishing step number 1, you are in fact doing a 90-day mini blast. You want to set up that lead generation system as quickly as possible. You want to contact those people that lead generation system is pumping out as quickly as possible and deliver the music to the ears message or one similar, and then set up that follow-up. So within your first couple of days, you could have appointments on follow-ups, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
And so you are conducting a 90-day mini blast. And you want to go through people as fast as possible because you're creating that speed and urgency. It's the reason why it's so critically important to stick to the time frames that we're talking about, because you're setting an example for your downline. If you drag out the process, what do you think your downline's going to do? All of a sudden, something that's supposed to take an hour is taking 3 hours, right, Miss Marie? Because your downline is multiplying it in a bad way.
Right. And you want to keep that speed and urgency. You want to keep things on a tight timeline. You want to keep moving because you're trying to get through as many people as you can, as fast as you can.
There it is, right there. She encapsulated that very well. Thank you, Miss Marie, as usual. You were spot on with your words. All right, step number 4. Okay, so what is the purpose of a 90-day mini blast? Well, it's number 1, and most importantly, to create speed and urgency, as she just alluded to. Okay, and you only do that by sticking to the time frames that we're telling you. That's the reason why those time frames are there. It automatically creates that speed and urgency when you schedule back-to-back like that. Now that you're doing that, guess what? As you're signing people up, the numbers in network marketing are starting to work. You don't know it, you don't see it, and you just have to understand it and have faith in it. Because here's the bottom line. As Miss Marie knows, it's a magical thing. Don't know how to explain it. Don't know how to give you an example of it. The 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 is going to work no matter what, right, Miss Marie?
Yep.
So, and she knows that. She knows that from experience, right, Miss Marie? I mean, it's the way it works.
It does. And again, that's another one of those we went into great detail on another episode.
Yep.
Feel free to look that up. But
That's right.
The math does not lie.
That's right. Exactly. That's right. Very well said. So the bottom line is that the numbers in network marketing are only going to work with you or for you once you start putting those numbers together. How do you put the numbers together? By having speed and urgency and setting aggressive 90-day goals. One thing I need to back up about, I did not talk about the 90-day goal sheets that you fill out prior to doing anything. when you sign up, when you get trained, one of the things you're going to do is fill out your 90-day goal sheets, right, Miss Marie?
Mhm.
And that is your barometer. That is your guideline. That is your, how would you say, roadmap to the success that you want in this business. And it is also the roadmap for your 90-day mini blast. In other words, you're going to put down, I want to sign up 60 people in 90 days. I want to have 12 leaders in my business by the end of 90 days. I want to create this much volume in my business by 90 days. That 90-day goal sheet is part of the 90-day mini blast and is part of the business building process. It's a critical part. And what you do is you go as fast as you can towards those goals. You want to sign up 60 people in 90 days. Well, you better get your butt in gear. That's an aggressive number to achieve. And guess what? You want it to stretch yourself, because when you stretch yourself to achieve 60 people in 90 days, it forces you to go fast, which is what? Creates a speed and urgency. And as you're signing people up, because you're doing what? Step number 5 the whole time, consistent, correct business building activity. Since you're doing that, you're starting the good duplication process, which means that the process is going to move downward as you sponsor more and more people. And as that happens, all of a sudden you have people experiencing what? Their first check. People are in this business for money. And when they get their first check, they're going to say, oh my gosh, this works. Even if it's a $5 check, $10 check, $15 check, it doesn't matter. It's validation that the system works. It's creating the volume and the 5 steps are working. And they say, oh my gosh, I just got to step it up. This is actually producing results. Right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that means you say, well, what does that got to do with step number 4? When people see, even high performing people that are 5 and above on the scale of ambition, when they see that it works, it's not just coming from your mouth. And it's not just you doing it, because they're going to say, well, sure, Marie can do it because she's been in this industry for a long time and she's a superstar. So, yeah, she can do it, but I can't do that. But once they realize, oh, my gosh, I did what she said and look what happened. I got a check. That's unbelievable. That means all I got to do is just do more of this. And so what do? They start building in a more aggressive manner. And guess what? They're sponsoring higher quality people, and those people get their first check and they say, oh my gosh, this is working. I'm going to go after this. And all of a sudden, over a certain time period, it's different all the time, leaders start popping out. And we did multiple episodes on how to identify the true leaders in your business through reading your back office. And yes, you read your back office. It will tell you a story. And when you log into your back office, you will see telltale signs of leaders popping up in your business. And those are the people you need in your business. Right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with that being said, guys, you have a situation where now you're really starting to put together a successful business, because this business is all about leaders. Whoever has the most leaders wins. Okay. And when you have a lot of leaders that are 5 and above in the scale of ambition, you're going to have a very profitable, a very stable business that's going to pump out the money that you want and need to have the lifestyle that you're pursuing. Would you not agree, Ms. Marie?
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about.
Right. And step number 5 is CCBBA, which is consistent, correct business building activity. It is the most important step, believe it or not, in the whole process. Because if you're not doing things correctly on a consistent basis, guess what? You are shooting yourself in the foot. You're endorsing bad duplication instead of good duplication. And if you try to shortchange any one of the previous 4 steps, you are in fact inducing and promoting bad business building activity, which starts bad duplication. And once that starts, guys, it's near impossible to reverse. It's absolutely essential that you take these 5 simple steps seriously, do them correctly. You're going to make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. Okay. You're going to have some test dummies out there, right, Miss Marie? You're going to sponsor 6, 7, 8 people that are your test dummies. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to do the wrong thing. You're going to promote the wrong thing. And for the most part, Miss Marie, they're lost causes. Rarely can you turn them around. All you can do is suck it up and say, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. The next person I'm going to do correctly from beginning to end, right?
Well, yes, but then there's also the theory out there that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
That's right. But the key is to keep moving forward.
Yep.
Okay. That's an added bonus. If that happens out of your first 7 or 8 people and you do all the things wrong and they come out and be a superstar, it's because of what Miss Marie just said. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, right? So the bottom line is, but you can't worry about that. All right. You just keep moving forward, right, Miss Marie, towards your goals. You're 60 people in 90 days. And you let things fall where they may. Because the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 is going to do its magic. Your job is to put the numbers together, right, Miss Marie?
Right.
So the bottom line is, guys, we just gave you an in-depth look. And there's more. Believe me, there's more. They are 5 simple steps because anybody can perform these 5 simple steps. There's more to them than what we just covered. And you can tell that was a lot of information, but we covered really the most important parts of each one of those steps. If you do what we just talked about, if you'll go back and listen to this, watch this, whatever the case may be, you will have a full understanding of how to maximize the 5 simple steps. In a nutshell, I'm going to say this. If you get our business building system, the 5 simple steps, which is located right there. Oh, that's not it. I did the wrong one. Let's get to the right one. There it is. There's where it's located. Go there. You'll learn a lot more details about it. It has a video, training video there. It's rather short. And it'll give you a fuller understanding of the 5simplesteps.net. But here's the thing. If you guys follow, because if you buy the 5 Simple Steps business building system, in other words, you get access to it, it's going to take you step by step. And it's laid out in chronological order from day one. You go in and you start doing the steps as you'll see them laid out. It'll tell you, the site will tell you, hey, do these first. And if you go step by step and fill out the forms and take what we're showing you, sharing with you seriously, then guess what? You're going to have a situation where you're going to be able to ensure yourself, I have done everything I can. I followed everything they told me to follow. I filled out the forms the way they told me to fill them out. I did not shortcut anything. I took all that serious. If you do that, you can go to bed at night knowing that you did the correct business building activity. Even when it comes to filling out a form that you think, why am I filling this form out? What impact is this going to have? What is the purpose of this? Guys, if you don't question it, just do it. You'll be amazed at what kind of impact those steps will have. Would you not agree, Miss Mary? Because we don't have any frivolous stuff in there. It's all necessary.
Well, exactly. So go visit 5simplesteps.net. That's the number 5simplesteps.net, and check out that great information.
Yes. And if you do become a member, it's a lifetime membership right now. And it will not, you'll see the price there. It will not be offered again, as you'll see, at this price for a lifetime membership. We just can't afford to do that. We can in the beginning, but we can't later on. Because as more and more people come on board, the cost of running this business becomes exponentially more expensive. So the point is that the prices you see are not going to be able to be maintained by us. It's just not financially feasible. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is the 5 simple steps work. They're that simple. They're that easy to do. But all of the peripheral things that need to be done that you'll see outlined in the members area, guys, do them. Don't shortcut them. You're just throwing your money away. If you're going to do shortcuts, you're undermining your own efforts. You're not hurting anybody else other than the people you sponsor. You're hurting yourself. Would you not agree, Miss Marie?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do you think we covered that in great detail in where they maximize? Guys, everything we shared with you helped you to maximize the 5 simple steps. I mean, that's the bottom line.
And that was the focus for today, was maximizing the 5 simple steps. Now, we've done episodes on each of those steps in much more detail. So if you're looking for more of a deep dive, again, go to our YouTube channel or Facebook page, search on the specific step that you want more information on, and you're going to find more podcasts, more recordings about that. That's right. Exactly. Our goal today was to show you how to maximize. In other words, we talked about lead generation. We said it's more favorable to have 3 rather than 1.
That's maximizing step number one, right, Miss Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Delivering the right message to the right prospect at the right time. Well, guess what? That means use the music to the ears message. But we also said if you have one similar, use that. But in order to maximize step number two, you want to use the music to the ears message. Why? Because it's chock full of the proper keywords that will not only grab their attention, but have them on the edge of their seat listening to what you're saying and looking forward to the follow-up. Okay? It's a time-tested message, right, Miss Marie? That's how you maximize step number two. Maximizing step number three, the 90-day mini blast. How are you doing that? We talked about filling out the 90-day goal sheets and using aggressive numbers so that you'll stretch yourself. That is maximizing the 90-day mini blast, because the whole purpose of that 90-day mini blast is to create the speed and urgency, which creates the momentum in your business that causes exponential growth, right, Miss Marie? Mm-hmm. Without speed and urgency, you have no chance of creating momentum, right?
Yep.
And it all starts with filling out an aggressive goal sheet. The way you maximize a 90-day mini blast is filling out that goal sheet, one of the most important things you'll do, in an aggressive manner. Would you not agree?
I agree.
And the final business building tactic or step, identifying and working with your leaders. The essence of this business is leaders, period. Knowing how to identify those leaders is essential, and then how to work with them, right, Miss Marie, without pushing them away.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? We have episodes on that. We teach you how to read your back office. Your back office tells you a story if you know how to read it. And we talk about that, right, Miss Marie?
Yep.
Once again, just go and look for the episodes. We talk about that in great detail. That is maximizing the leaders you have in your business. If you ignore your leaders, they're going to leave. Most of them are just down the vine. If you are overbearing, you're going to push them away and they're going to leave or just quit, right, Miss Marie?
Yep.
There is a delicate balance, but you have to know who are your true leaders, because you have leaders in your business, believe it or not, but you have your true leaders, and those are the ones that literally make your business go, and those are the ones you're looking for, right, Miss Marie?
Right.
So we have all that. That's how you maximize those 5 simple steps. And you're saying, hey, wait a minute, you forgot about a step. Step number 5. No, step number 5 is maximizing in the ultimate form. You're saying, well, what does that mean? Guys, consistent, correct business building activity is the ultimate form of maximizing the 5 simple steps. The key word there, key 2 words, consistent and correct. Would you not agree, Miss Marie?
Yep.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You leave those 2 out, you might as well forget the other 4. I don't care if you can do the other 4 all day long. If you're not doing them consistently and correctly, you're wasting your time. That's why the 4 critical mistakes product came about right there, because people are making one of these 4 mistakes. Well, how many steps are there in the business building process? 4, right? Oh, wait a minute. Are they connected? Just a little bit. That's the reason why the 4 critical mistakes is a product, is because people are making one of these first 4 steps mistakes. They're not developing the right kind of leads. They're not using the scale of ambition, and they're not talking to the right type of people. They're not delivering the right message. They're not doing a proper 90-day mini blast, or they're not looking for and identifying leaders. Funny how the 4 critical mistakes addresses those issues, right, Miss Marie?
Interesting how it all ties together.
It is. Oh, boy. So we just made it in a shorter form, in this form right here, so that you guys can read that one particular product and go, oh, I get it now. I understand. Right, Miss Marie? Those 2 go hand in hand, the 4 critical mistakes and the 5 simple steps.
They do.
One reinforces the other. Would you not agree?
I agree.
All right. I think we did a good job. I think we summarized it very well, don't you? Where people can understand it. Guys, if you need to, please go back and watch this episode. This is one of the most important episodes that we've done, because this is the essence of the business building process. You don't get this right, you might as well just quit the business. I mean, that's all there is to it. Or you can, go out and prove to yourself that we're right by doing the wrong things. You can add step 6 and 7 you want, or leave one of them out, or whatever. You're going to find out real quick that that's not going to work, right, Ms. Marie?
Yep.
So, all right. With that being said, you have anything to say, Ms. Marie?
I do not. I'm looking forward to our topic tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the 10,000 group volume mindset. absolutely crucial to making the income that you want,
That's right.
leveraging your network marketing business. So
That's right.
be sure to join us 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow for that.
That's right. I look forward to that. That's one of my favorite subjects. I look forward to it. All right. With that being said, guys, we're going to hop off of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. I was going to say 10. I don't know why. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, on our YouTube channel or Facebook page. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for your thumbs up, your promotion, your sharing, all that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. It helps us out as well. All right. With that being said, God bless. Be safe. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. Download our podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and other podcast platforms. Visit our website at www.themlmsolution.net for additional important information, show details, and past shows. Follow us on Parler, Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, or the get notified button while visiting our other social media platforms.